Good morning, and thank you all for attending our annual Hancock Grammar School Spelling Bee and our first ever virtual bee. This morning, our top spellers from grades 6, 7, and 8 will compete to see who will be crowned the 2021 Spelling Bee champion. When the bee is over, participation certificates will be delivered to students who are in blue and yellow and mailed to students in the white cohort. At this time, I'd like to introduce a few people. Our judges today are Mrs. Clark and Mrs. Snow. Our audio recorder today is Miss Gardner. Our bee organizer is Mrs. Gatcomb. A special thank you to Mr. Hilton, who is the tech wizard making sure everything runs smoothly at our first virtual bee. Thank you to Sharon Gavin for preparing our gym this morning for the spellers who are here at HGS in person. I am your bee master today, Mr. Briggs. Our student spellers have all earned their way into the bee, but their order has been selected at random. Our spellers today are Corin Baker, Ripley Hawkins, Brennick Parks, Spencer Seavey, McKenna McDevitt, Jaden Sullivan, Lillian Burnett, Olivia Larson, Selena Wilkinson, Jackson Beal, Michaela Rome, and Molly Smith. Since this is our first time doing a virtual bee, a couple of new rules must be stated. There must be no outside assistance given to our spellers. In other words, nobody in the contestant's house may help, and no Googling or otherwise looking up words is allowed. Also, students are not allowed to practice writing the words in any way other than simply using their fingers in the air. Students should keep their microphones muted and cameras off until it is their turn to spell. They should unmute and turn the camera on as soon as their name is called for their turn. The spelling bee is conducted in rounds. The first round will be a practice round, which won't count against you. We'll also give you a chance to get comfortable with our new virtual format. After that, each round is a single elimination, meaning that you have one opportunity to spell the word correctly, or you are eliminated from the bee. Sometimes, though, in a round, all spellers might spell a word incorrectly. When that happens, all spellers will be reinstated and have the opportunity to try again. At the end of the bee, the one remaining speller will spell a final word for the championship. We need a champion, runner-up, and an alternate. The champion and runner-up participate in the county bee. This year, this will be a virtual competition, but the date and time have not been determined yet. Appeals may be made by the speller's parents, legal guardian, or teacher. If someone wishes to appeal, that person should email Mrs. Gatcomb at wgatcomb@hancockgrammar.org. And I believe a link to her email address is in the description of the YouTube video. She will then relay the appeal to the judges. Appeals must be received before the speller affected would receive his or her next word had he or she stayed in the spelling bee. Please remember that when a speller starts a word, even if spelled incorrectly, the speller may not fix the spelling if he or she restarts the word. The speller may only repeat what has already been said aloud. So now we will start the practice round. All spellers, if you could, please mute and turn your cameras off. Please unmute and turn them on when you are called for your word. First speller in the practice round is Corin. Corin, go ahead and pop up. Corin, your practice word is help.
Help. H-E-L-P. Help.
Correct. Our second speller in the practice round is Ripley. Ripley, your practice word is read.
Read. R-E-A-D. Read.
Correct. Our next speller is Brennick. Brennick, your practice word is you.
U-Y-O-U. You.
Correct. Our next speller is Spencer. Spencer, your practice word is and.
And. A-N-D.
Correct. Our next speller is McKenna. McKenna, your practice word is get.
Get. G-E-T. Get.
Correct. Our next speller is Jaden. Jaden, your practice word is end.
End. E-N-D. End.
Correct. Our next speller is Lillian. Lillian, your practice word is each.
Each. E-A-C-H. Each.
Correct. Our next speller is Olivia. Livy, your practice word is fun.
Fun. F-U-N. Fun.
Correct. Next up is Selena. Selena, your practice word is have.
Have. H-A-V-E. Have.
Correct. Next up, Jackson. Jackson, your practice word is find.
Find. F-I-N-D. Find.
Correct. Next up, Michaela. Michaela, your practice word is the.
The. T-H-E.
And finally, Molly. Molly, your practice word is with.
With. W-H-I-T-H. With.
Okay, that concludes our practice round. I think that actually went pretty smoothly. Everybody feeling comfortable with how that went? Yes, Mrs. Gatcomb? Okay, yep, so a friendly reminder to everybody, make sure that your cameras are facing directly towards your face so that we can see you, because sometimes it's just as important to see your lips moving as it is to hear your letters. So I think that went pretty well. Everybody understood how to unmute and turn their cameras on and off. That went pretty smoothly. I think we're ready to begin in earnest. All right, here we go. Round one. Our first speller is Corin. Corin, your word has a homonym. Your word is gel. It is a noun, and it means a semi-solid, apparently homogeneous substance that may be elastic and jelly-like, such as gelatin, or more or less rigid, such as silica gel. Your word is gel.
Gel. G-E-L. Gel.
Correct. Next up is Ripley. Ripley, your word is train.
Train. T-R-A-I-N. Train.
Correct. And I would also just like to interject really quickly. Feel free to ask me to repeat the word. Feel free to ask for part of speech or in definition, all that stuff. That's always available in person. It might be extra handy since we have the microphones and using the internet. So feel free to ask for repeats and for definitions and whatnot. All right, next up we have Brennick. Brennick, your word has a near homonym. Your word is sport. It is a verb, and it means to wear contentedly or with satisfaction. Sport.
Sport. S-P-O-R-T. Sport.
Correct. Next up, Spencer. Spencer, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is eel. It is a noun, and it means any of numerous snake-like fishes that have a smooth, slimy skin, often without scales. Your word is eel.
Eel. E-A-L.
Incorrect. The correct spelling was E-E-L. Next up, McKenna. McKenna, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is fans. It is a plural noun, and it means enthusiastic devotees of a sport, as baseball, or diversion, as ballet, usually as spectators rather than participants. Fans.
Fans. F-A-N-S. Fans.
Correct. Next up, Jaden. Jaden, your word has a near homonym. Your word is tall. It is an adjective. It means high in stature, of greater than average height among others of a kind or class. Tall.
Tall. T-A-L-L. Tall.
Correct. Next, Lillian. Lil, your word has a homonym. Your word is better. It is an adjective. It means improved in health. Better.
Better. Better. Better.
Correct. Next, Olivia. Livy, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is hit. It is a verb. It means to strike something, such as a ball, with an object, such as a bat, club, or racket, so as to impart or redirect motion. Hit.
Hit. Hit. Hit.
Correct. Selena. Selena, your word is peanut.
Peanut. Peanut. Peanut.
Correct. Jackson. Jackson, your word has a homonym. Your word is bite. It is a noun. It means a small amount of food, a snack. Bite.
Bite. B-I-T-E. Bite.
Correct. Next, Michaela. Michaela, your word is noon.
Noon. Noon. Noon.
Correct. Next, Molly. Molly, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is gummy. It is an adjective, and it means sticky. Your word is gummy.
Gummy. Gummy. Gummy.
Correct. Right. That is the end of round one. Stay on. Yep. All right. So after round one, Spencer was eliminated. If you get eliminated, you may stay on the meet and continue to watch. I believe as of right now, that is the plan. You'll just stay on the meet and continue to watch the rest of the beat, just like you were here in person. All right. So we are going to continue on into round two. Judges ready? Okay. Round two, Corin. Corin, your word is ray.
Ray. R-A-Y. Ray.
Correct. Ripley. Ripley, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is mops. It is a plural noun. It means household implements, each consisting of a mass of absorbent material, as coarse yarn, cellulose, or rags, fastened to a long handle and used typically for cleaning floors. Mops.
Mops. M-O-P-S. Mops.
Correct. Rennick. Your word is thanks.
Thanks. T-H-A-N-K-S. Thanks.
Correct. McKenna. McKenna, your word is dash.
Dash. D-A-S-H. Dash.
Correct. Jaden. Jaden, your word is skin.
Skin. S-K-I-N. Skin.
Correct. Lillian. Your word is star.
Star. S-T-A-R. Star.
Correct. Livy. Your word is began.
Began. B-E-G-A-N. Began.
Correct. Selena. Selena, your word has a homonym. Your word is day. It is a noun. It means the time of light or interval between one night and the next. Your word is day.
Day. D-A-Y. Day.
Correct. Jackson. Jackson, your word is upset.
Upset. U-P-S-E-T. Upset.
Correct. Michaela. Michaela, your word has a homonym. Your word is father. It is a noun. It means a man who has begotten a child, a male parent. Father.
Father. F-A-T-H-E-R. Father.
Correct. And Molly. Molly, your word has a homonym. Your word is jam. It is a noun. It means a product made by boiling fruit and sugar to a thick consistency without preserving the shape of the fruit. Jam.
Jam. J-A-M. Jam.
Correct. All right, that's the end of round 2. We'll keep on trucking right into round number 3. Back to the beginning. Corin. Corin, your word is mugs.
Mugs. M-U-G-S. Mugs.
Correct. Ripley. Ripley, your word has a homonym. Your word is fair. It is a noun. It means an organized, usually annual event at which there are various kinds of games, rides, entertainment, and competitions. Fair.
Fair. F-A-I-R. Fair.
Correct. Rennick. Rennick, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is dinner. It is a noun. It means the principal meal of the day, eaten in the evening. Dinner.
Dinner. D-I-N-N-E-R. Dinner.
Correct. McKenna. McKenna, your word is rats. I like to say that again just to make sure you heard it clearly. Rats.
Rats. R-A-T-S. Rats.
Correct. Jaden. Jaden, your word is fed.
Fed. F-E-D. Fed.
Correct. Lillian. Lillian, your word has a homonym. Your word is sir. It is a noun, and it is used as a usually respectful form of address, as to an older person, a superior, or the presiding officer of a legislative assembly. Your word is sir.
Sir. S-I-R. Sir.
Correct. Olivia. Livy, your word is full.
Full. F-U-L-L. Full.
Correct. Selena. Selena, your word is huge.
Huge. H-U-G-E. Huge.
Correct. Jackson. Jackson, your word has a homonym. Your word is born. It is an adjective. It means having from or as if from birth specified or implied qualities. Birth. Sorry, I said the wrong word. Born. Let me say your definition again. Having from or as if from birth specified or implied qualities. Born.
Born. B-O-R-N. Born.
Correct. Michaela. Michaela, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is damp. It is an adjective. It means slightly or moderately wet, moist, humid. Damp.
Damp. D-A-M-P. Damp.
Correct. And Molly. Molly, your word has a homonym. Your word is from. It is a preposition used as a function word to indicate a starting point, such as something that is taken as a starting point in measuring or reckoning or in a statement of limits. From.
From. F-R-O-M. From.
Correct. Judges good to continue on? Cool. Right on into the next round. Corin, you're up. Corin, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is hunch. It is a noun. It means a strong intuitive feeling. Hunch.
Hunch. H-U-N-C-H. Hunch.
Correct. Ripley. Ripley, your word is each.
Each. E-A-C-H. Each.
Correct. Brennick. Brennick, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is ribs. It is a plural noun. It means the paired, curved, bony rods that stiffen the lateral walls of the body in most vertebrates and protect the organs that occur in mammals exclusively or almost exclusively in the thoracic region, and that form in humans normally 12 pairs. Ribs.
Ribs. R-I-B-S. Ribs.
McKenna. McKenna, your word is forever.
Forever. F-O-R-E-V-E-R. Forever.
Correct. Jaden. Jaden, your word has a homonym. Your word is freeze. It is a verb. It means to stand or remain without movement or activity of any kind. Freeze.
Freeze. F-R-E-E-Z-E. Freeze.
Correct. Lillian. Lillian, your word is talking.
Talking. T-A-L-K-I-N-G. Talking.
Correct. Olivia. Livy, your word is money.
Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money.
Correct. Selena. Selena, your word is couch.
Couch. C-O-U-C-H. Couch.
Correct. Jackson. Jackson, your word is strands.
Strands. S-T-R-A-N-D-S. Strands.
Correct. Michaela. Michaela, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is chapter. It is a noun, and it means a main division of a book or treatise, usually beginning on a new page. Chapter.
Chapter. C-H-A-P-T-E-R. Chapter.
Correct. Molly. Molly, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is chess. It is a noun. It means a game for two players, each of whom moves 16 pieces according to fixed rules across a board and tries to checkmate the opponent's king. Chess.
Chess. CHESS. Chess.
Correct. Let's keep going. I think they start to get tricky. We good, judges? Cool. All right, beginning of the next round. Corin. Corin, your word is slimy.
Slimy. S-L-I-M-Y. Slimy.
Correct. Ripley. Ripley, your word is squeak.
Squeak. S-Q-E-A-C-K.
Incorrect. Squeak is S-Q-U-E-A-K. Brennick, you're up. Brennick, your word is friend.
Friend. F-R-E-I-N-D. Friend.
Incorrect. Correct spelling of friend is F-R-I-E-N-D. McKenna. McKenna, your word is laptop.
Laptop. L-A-P-T-O-P. Laptop.
Correct. Jaden. Jaden, your word is movie. Jaden, could you tilt down a little bit, please?
Movie. M-O-V-I-E. Movie.
Correct. Lillian. Lillian, your word has a homonym. Your word is known. It is an adjective, and it means that is apprehended or perceived by the mind or senses. Known.
Known. K-N-O-W-N. Known.
Correct. Olivia. Livy, your word is suffer.
Suffer. S-U-F-F-E-R. Suffer.
Correct. Selena. Selena, your word is double.
Double. D-O-U-B-L-E. Double.
Correct. Jackson. Jackson, your word is watch.
Watch. W-A-T-C-H. Watch.
Correct. Michaela. Michaela, your word is dream.
Dream. D-R-E-A-M. Dream.
Correct. Molly. Molly, your word is beans.
Beans. B-E-A-N-B-S. Beans.
We accept that? Yes, correct. All right. So in that round, Ripley and Brennick were eliminated. Are we all set to continue on, judges? All right, next round, Corin. Corin, your word has a homonym. Your word is child. It is a noun. It means a young person of either sex, especially between infancy and youth. Your word is child.
Child. C-H-I-L-D. Child.
Correct. McKenna. McKenna, your word has a near homonym. Your word is space. It is a noun. It means the region beyond the Earth's atmosphere. Space.
space, S-P-A-C-E, space.
Correct. Jaden. Jaden, your word has a near homonym. Your word is princess. It is a noun. It means a female member of a royal family, especially a daughter or a granddaughter of a sovereign. Princess.
Princess. Princess. Princess.
Correct. Lillian. Lillian, your word has a near homonym. Your word is awe. It is a noun. It means abashed reverence and fear inspired by authority or power. Awe.
Could I get a sentence?
Sure. Ava was overcome by a sense of awe when she entered the arena where her heroes played.
A-W-E.
Correct. Olivia. Your word is afar.
Can I get a sentence, please?
Sure. Even though the island looked afar, Hari knew that if he kept paddling, he would eventually get there.
Afar. A-F-A-R. Afar.
Correct. Selena. Selena, your word is cost.
Could you say that again?
Sure. Cost.
Cost. C-O-S-T. Cost.
Correct. Jackson. Jackson, your word is sidekick.
Can that be used in a sentence?
Sure thing. After Shrimpette went off to college, Aquaman decided to get a new sidekick.
Sidekick. S-I-D-E-K-I-C-K. Sidekick.
Correct. Michaela. Michaela, your word is stuff.
Stuff. S-T-U-F-F. Stuff.
Correct. Molly. Molly, your word has a near homonym. Your word is least. It is an adjective. It means lowest in importance or position. Least.
Least. L-E-A-S-T. Least.
Correct. Good to go on, judges? Cool. Next round, Corin. Corin, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is felt. It is a noun. It means a cloth constructed usually of wool and fur fibers, often mixed with natural or synthetic fibers by the interlocking of the loose fibers through the action of heat, moisture, chemicals, and pressure. Felt.
Felt. F-E-L-T. Felt.
Correct. McKenna. McKenna, your word has a homonym. Your word is would. It is a verb. It means used in auxiliary function to express insistence or determination. Would.
Would. W-O-U-L-D. Would.
Correct. Jaden. Jaden, your word is shambles.
Shambles. S-H-A-M-B-L-E-S. Shambles.
Correct. Lillian. Lil, your word is tail light.
Tail light. T-A-L-E-L-I-G-H-T. Tail light.
Incorrect. Correct spelling is T-A-I-L-L-I-G-H-T. Olivia. Livy, your word is quicken.
Quicken. Q-U-I-C-K-E-N. Quicken.
Correct. Selena. Selena, your word has a homonym. Your word is presence. It is a noun. It means the state of being in one place and not elsewhere. The fact of being in company, attendance, or association. Presence.
Presents.
Incorrect. Presence is spelled P-R-E-S-E-N-C-E. Jackson. Jackson, your word has a near homonym. Your word is razz. It is a verb. It means to tease and banter at, to ridicule. Razz.
Can I have it in a sentence?
Sure. When he saw that she was getting really upset, Uniel decided that he would no longer razz his sister about her haircut.
Raz. R-A-Z-E. Raz.
Incorrect. Spelling is R-A-Z-Z. Michaela. Michaela, your word is followed.
Followed. F-O-L-L-O-W-E-D. Followed.
Correct. Molly. Molly, your word is purple.
Purple. P-U-R-P-L-E.
Correct. All right, so just a quick review. The spellers who are still in RB, and I'm going to go by my list and make sure the judges agree with me. I have Corin, McKenna, Jaden, Livy, Michaela, and Molly. Sound good, judges? All right, we ready to go to the next round? All right, Corin, you're up. Corin, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is entire. It is an adjective. It means with no element or part accepted. Whole, complete. Your word is entire.
Entire. E-N-T-I-R-E. Entire.
Correct. McKenna. McKenna, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is December. It is a noun. It means the 12th month of the Gregorian calendar. December.
December. D-E-C-E-M-B-E-R. December.
Correct. Jaden. Jaden, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is sudden. It is an adjective. It means changing angle or character all at once. Precipitous, abrupt. Your word is sudden.
Sudden. S-U-D-D-E-N. Sudden.
Correct. Livy. Livy, your word is combed.
Combed. C-O-M-B-E-D. Combed.
Correct. Michaela. Michaela, your word is patrol.
Can you say it again, please?
Sure. Your word is patrol.
P-O-T-R-O-L-L. Patrol.
Incorrect. Correct spelling is P-A-T-R-O-L. Patrol. And Molly. Molly, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is window. It is a noun. It means an opening in a wall of a building or a side of a vehicle to admit light, usually through a transparent or translucent material, as glass, usually to permit vision through the wall or side, and often to admit air. Your word is window.
Window. W-I-N-D-O-W. Window.
Correct. All set, judges? Continuing on, Corin. Corin, your word could be confused with a similar word. Your word is pocket. It is a noun. It means a small cloth bag sewed or inserted into a garment and left open at the top or side. Pocket.
Pocket. P-O-C-K-E-T. Pocket.
Correct. McKenna. McKenna, your word is project.
Project. P-R-O-J-E-C-T. Project.
Correct. Jaden. Jaden, your word is goofy.
Goofy. G-O-O-F-Y. Goofy.
Correct. Livy. Livy, your word is remember.
Remember. R-E-M-E-M-B-E-R. Remember.
Correct. And Molly. Molly, your word is travel.
Travel. T-R-A-V-L-E. Travel.
Incorrect. Correct spelling is T-R-A-V-E-L. All right, let's do a quick review. The student spellers who are still in the contest at this point. We have Corin, McKenna, Jaden, and Olivia. Judges agree? Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are down to our final 4. Reminder, we are trying to not only find our champion, but also a runner-up and an alternate. So we are going to be making sure that we find the top 3. All right, continuing on to the next round. Corin. Corin, your word is cranky.
Cranky. C-R-A-N-K-Y. Cranky.
Correct. McKenna. McKenna, your word is career.
Career. C-A-R-E-E-R. Career.
Correct. Jaden. Jaden, your word is disease.
Disease. D-I-S-E-A-S-E. Disease.
Correct. Olivia. Livy, your word is trophy.
Trophy. T-R-O-P-H-F. Y. Trophy.
Sorry, Libby, we do have to take the first spelling that you gave us. So incorrect. T-R-O-P-H-Y. All right, that concludes that round. That means that we are now officially down to our final three. So Corin, McKenna, and Jaden, one of you will be the champion, one will be the runner-up, and one will be the alternate. Just a quick reminder, it is still single elimination, meaning if you spell a word wrong, you are out, but maybe not permanently. If everybody in a round misses, everybody's back in. You also do have to then, if you are the only person who spells correctly in a round, you do have to then spell another word correctly to be crowned the champion. If you missed that word, everybody in the previous round is back in. I think I tried to explain that the quickest and easiest I could. Let's continue on. Corin. Corin, your word is athlete.
Athlete. A-T-H-L-E-A-T. Athlete.
Incorrect. Athlete is A-T-H-L-E-T-E. McKenna. McKenna, your word is jotted.
Jotted. J-O-T-T-E-D. Jotted.
Correct. Jaden. Jaden, your word has a homonym. Your word is sighed. It is a verb. It means released slowly and audibly a deeply drawn breath, especially as the involuntary expression of weariness, dejection, grief, regret, longing, yearning, or relief. Sighed.
Side. S-I-G-H-E-D. Side.
That is correct. All right, so it appears to me that Corin is officially our alternate. All right. Corin is our alternate. We are down to McKenna and Jaden. One of you will be the champion, one will be the runner-up. Again, if one of you spells a word correctly and the other misses, we still do not have a champion. Whoever spells correctly still then has to spell another word correctly. Otherwise, you're both back in. All right, so let's start with McKenna. McKenna, your word is duo.
Duo. D-O-U. Duo.
Incorrect. Spelling is D-U-O. Jaden, your word is repress.
Repress. R-E-P-R-E-S-S. Repress.
That is correct. So at this point, we will go into a anticipated championship word. Jaden, you will get one more word, and if you spell this correctly, you will be the champion. If you spell it incorrectly, then McKenna and Jaden will both be back in. All right, so Jaden, the anticipated champion word. This word has a near homonym. Your word is either. It is an adjective. It means the one or the other of the two. Your word is either.
Either. E-I-T-H-E-R. Either.
That is correct. Congratulations, Jaden Sullivan. Yay, this is normally where the crowd goes wild, but you know, we've got like 5 people in the room, so imagine the crowd's going wild. Yeah, cool. All right. Everybody hang tight for just a second. We will get right back on shortly. All right, so again, if you are a student who is in the blue or yellow cohort, the participation certificates will be delivered to you this week, either today or another day that you're here. If you are in the white cohort, they will be mailed home to you. So right now, this is when we would normally call students up and do some handshakes, but we're gonna do that virtually right now. So in no particular order, participants in this year's Spelling Bee: Spencer Seavey, Olivia Larson, Brennick Parks. Molly Smith. Michaela Rome. Jackson Beal. Selena Wilkinson. Lillian Burnett. Ripley Hawkins. Our third place and alternate, Corin Baker. Our runner-up this year, McKenna McDevitt. Here it comes, ready? And your 2021 Hancock Grammar School Spelling Bee champion, Jaden Sullivan. All right. Thank you, everybody. I think with that, we have officially concluded our first virtual spelling bee. I think overall that went pretty smoothly. Thank you to everybody who participated. Thank you to everybody who watched. And we will see you next time.